Hey guys, after an unfortunate accident with the Prado, it's come time to upgrade my 4x4. So recently I bought a 2004 GU Patrol. It's basically bone stock with a few little modifications like the plastic rhubar, worn winch, an old pair of spotties and a few other bits and pieces. But over the next few weeks the modifications will start to unfold. The first few things up is a 3-inch lift and a few other things, so keep an eye on the page to see how it goes. Okay, so one of the things that we've noticed about the car that's a bit iffy to start with is the winch rope is completely bird nested, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to pull it out by hand, attach it to the back of Dad's Ranger, and then use the Ranger as a dead weight to pull up the hill so that once we call the winch back in and spool it back in, it spools nice and evenly side to side and there's no birds nesting. Once you've got your winch rope spooled all the way out, it's important to have a look at it, just go over the entire cable, make sure there's nowhere where it's crushed or starting to show signs of wear. There's no snapped or wearing fragments or cores of the cable, and just to have a good look to make sure it's not stretched in any parts or disformed in any way. This is to ensure that when you're on the trails and actually need to use your winch to get yourself out of a sticky situation, you know that it's not going to fail you. Okay, so once you've got the cable spooled all the way out and inspected it to make sure there's no damage to the cable at all, it's important to put a few turns back on the drum so that once you put some weight on it doesn't lurch and damage anything. So even though we are not putting a massive load on the winch, it is important to put a winch damper on it so in case of the worst and the cable snaps, it dampens the cable and brings it towards the ground instead of flinging and injuring you or damaging your vehicle. When operating the winch, it's always important to give it a brake about halfway through your load so that it doesn't completely burn out the motor and destroy the winch itself. It's also important to have your car running so it doesn't flatten the battery.
Ready to go?
The last few turns on the winch by hand to make sure that you get an even distribution, and to also leave your car running for a few minutes after you finish with the winch to put some charge back in your battery.